Hello girls and boys, this is Daniel Master and I'm pipe maker from Croatia, and today we are talking all about this little guy. It's AGU tobacco, mixture the Swan. It is stated as English aromatic, although when I first opened the tin, okay, the smell was more aromatic than it was English. The topping that they add, the aroma was so overwhelming that it ate whole Latakia behind it. And now, how I'm going through the tin, I suppose it is drying a little bit because the tin was a little bit too moist, in my opinion, when I opened it first. And this is a tobacco bought in 2019, so it was sitting on my shelf for half a year or so. It would be a year almost now. So it was a little bit too moist, and now it's a little bit more drier. And when you open the tin, you can feel the aroma is still there. It is still aromatic, but you can feel the Latakias popping out in the background. So it is a mixture of not English aromatic, but aromatic English, I would say it better like that, because aroma is strong, and it reminds me on some regular aromatics that I had previously before when I was smoking aromatics too. So and I cannot pinpoint on what it reminds me, but it is an aromatic, with a touch of English behind, let's say it like that. I left it in my pipe for a couple of minutes before I start smoking it, simply because I still feel that it is a little bit too moist. So I was working in the workshop, and I have to figure what to do with this guy. It is a big chunk, and I'm not completely happy with the idea that I want to do with this guy. So I figured I will light a pipe, record a short video, and then figure what to do with this guy. So the cut is broadleaf. It contains Virginias from North and South America and Africa. It contains some Black Cavendish, some Latakia, and some Perique. And they add some kind of topping on top of everything, which is kind of a little bit too much for me personally, because I'm smoking English blends, Balkan blends, Virginia blends. But other than, initial, oh, it's an aromatic, it doesn't burn bad, it tastes okay, it's not that bad tobacco, it's well behaved, it doesn't bite, and yeah, it's usable, even, for me, even if it's aromatic, it's usable, I can smoke it, no problem. Seems to me that it is an aromatic that all these types of tobaccos that are put inside the mixture add to it as a dimension, additional dimension, It does have Perique, I don't feel it. I feel some Latakia inside, but it's not overwhelming like, for example, on Raiko in between, where you have almost 50% of Cyprian Latakia, which is crazy. and you can immediately feel it in your nose, and when you smoke it, and the room note is completely Latakia based, you know. This guy, it reminds me the smell when I stop smoking it. The smell of the room reminds me, believe it or not, on Joao Ruiz workshop. Don't ask me why. He's smoking a lot of cigarettes and from time to time a pipe, and that aroma that you have when you enter his workshop of wood, of tobacco, of that everything that is inside collected for years, that's something that immediately, the smell of the room when I entered after smoking this tobacco, it was immediately like, that reminds me of Joao Ruiz workshop. It's crazy, call me crazy, I know. So I don't know if I have mentioned, the cut is broad cut, and yeah, a little bit moist. Taste, it's rounded, nothing too crazy, nothing is popping out, you know, like whoa, like you maybe have from Latakias. It doesn't bite. You can smoke it a little bit faster, a little bit slower, no problem there. I didn't felt any problems. And when you are done smoking, the taste in the mouth, yeah, you know you have been smoking, but nothing problematic. So it doesn't leave you with something hanging here in the throat. And as you can see, it burns regularly, so no problem there. It is loose, the ashes. It's not like hard. It is loose, so yeah. First, when I opened the tin and smoking it, it did leave some moisture down there. So now it's a little bit better because it's drying a little bit more. And I also left the bowl of tobacco staying in the workshop for a while. But I would suggest maybe to open the tin, assess the moisture content, and maybe leave it to dry a little bit. It seems that you might profit from that. In this mixture, nothing rises to make you turn crazy about something. It is a rounded mixture. I would say with no character, but it does have character. The character is well behaved, aromatic tobacco with a touch of English. So those guys that want to go into English tobaccos, they are certainly interested probably in this tobacco. I can understand that. Yeah. It works for me. Okay? Guys, I have to finish this video. I have a lot of work to do. I'm planning some stuff, and I have to, figure what to do with this guy, because I'm not quite happy how it is turning. It's still too chunky and it doesn't feel right. So be happy, enjoy the weekend, and have fun. Bye bye.